Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I put together my favorite 12 days of Christmas DIY and home decor ideas to inspire you to get ready for Christmas season. So sit back, relax and enjoy and hopefully be inspired. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Antoinette. I love to share my passion for DIY and decor and mostly holiday styling. So if you are interested in things like that, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload my new videos. On day one, I shared these Dollar Tree DIY hoop wreaths that turned out so adorable. I was so happy to find these 3-piece brass wreath rings at the Dollar Tree, and I thought I could do so much with these, so I picked up a few more. Also, I picked up these cute blush poinsettia stems from Dollar Tree, some of these wire ties from Dollar Tree as well. Also, I am using some sparkly picks and berries that I already had, and these greenery picks were from Dollar Tree long time ago. I actually saw this beautiful wreath set on Pinterest at Etsy.com, and as you can see, they were over $178. So today I am gonna show you guys how I made mine for less than $10. At first, I am starting with the large ring, and I'm gonna place these picks here, connecting the stems together, making sure to leave almost half of the ring uncovered. So I am gonna use some floral wire and twist the stems on the ring like this. Then I'm gonna twist some of these wire ties to cover the stems. Then I weave the poinsettias into the stems. Then I play around with until I secure everything. Then I add some of these sparkly picks and berries. Then I'm gonna add some hot glue and secure the top greenery to the ring. And here's the finished look. I also decided to cut some of these wire ties and glue them in between like this, and I think it turned out so cute. I love it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make the medium and small rings same way, and for these two you can definitely use these wire ties and twist them around, but I used some of the greeneries that I already had. And here's the finished look of my wreath set. I absolutely love how they turned out. These would be perfect as one wreath if you attach them like this or separately. They will also look perfect for a wedding, bridal shower, or even in a nursery room. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and found these ideas helpful. On day 2, I shared some tips and ideas on how to decorate a traditional red and white Christmas tree with some sparkly silver. This tree is 7.5 feet tall. We used to have it in our living room before we bought our flock trees that I will be sharing next week on day 4. So make sure you tune in for that as well to see how I'm gonna use same steps but with different color scheme and different trees. This is actually the second year that we are having this tree in our bedroom. I just love the warmth and cozy vibes that it gives in here. So magical and so beautiful. I'm gonna link last year's video down in the description box as well in case you are interested to see it. Before I start decorating my tree, I always choose a theme or color scheme that I like. And for this tree, I am using red, white, and some sparkly silver. I love this theme. It's a traditional colors of red and white with a little bit of sparkle silver. So I already fluffed the tree, and after fluffing every branch of the tree, the first step you need to do is adding the lights. If your tree is not pre-lit, this tree used to be pre-lit, but after 18 years they all died, and so I already added the lights, but I also decided to add these little twinkle lights that I got from Costco a few years ago, just to give it a little movement, a little sparkle in here. And the second step is adding the ribbons. And I got these for a really good deal from Michael's end of season sale 2 years ago. And what I'm gonna do here is I like to layer my ribbon, which I put the thinner ribbon on top of the thicker ribbon. And then I start by holding them together, then do a first loop. I am actually going to do 3 loops. Then I'm gonna tie them with this chenille stem like this. Then I'm gonna start at the top of the tree and place my bow on the top, and I tie one of the bristles that is in the tree around it. Then I fluff it up and I take the ribbons, make another loop like this, then shove it in and find another bristle to tie it with. And then I just work my way down, keeping my ribbons very loose. And then come down again, maybe go like this, or at this point you can separate them or you can cut the ribbons and start on the other side. And for the bottom, you can cut the ends like this or curl the ends like this and pull the end down. There is so many ways you can use these ribbons to enhance the tree, and you can always step back and take a look at the tree and see how you wanted it to be. I had this silver ribbon. I am just gonna curl it around my 2 fingers like this. Then I'm gonna take the inside ends and pull them out. Then I'm gonna place it in there between the ribbons. Once the ribbons are done, it comes the next step, and that is adding the florals and the picks. And I had these white snowy picks. They were from Michael's long time ago, and I'm just gonna slide them in the tree like this. Along with these magnolia flowers that were from Michael's as well. Then the next step is adding the ornaments, and you want to mix different shapes and sizes. I am starting with a larger size, and I'm just gonna place them inside the tree like this to give my tree some depth. And here's another shape of ornaments, and these I am gonna place them a little bit out of the tree like this. Then I continue adding any other medium-sized ornaments along with these pine cones. Then I add my smaller ornaments or any special items like these cute birds and these sparkly white antlers. And lastly, I add these clear stars that I had for a while now, and these I will just place them on the outer branches like this, along with these icicle ornaments that were from Dollar Tree this year. Last step is adding the topper, and I am gonna use these sparkly and white picks that I had from Dollarama for a while, and I am just gonna stick them on the top of the tree like this to elevate the tree and give it that kind of snowy winterland feeling. I usually start decorating my tree with my topper, but this time I thought to leave that till the end, and I absolutely love how everything turned out. I love the traditional red and white with a little bit of sparkles for Christmas, and this tree came out so pretty. And because I am only decorating the front and part of the sides of the tree, this tree will get heavier on the front. So what I'm gonna do to prevent the tree from leaning this way is that I'm gonna add some heavy books that we won't be reading during this time at the back like this, and then secure them with some branches so they won't be shown and they will help the tree balance. I hope you enjoyed watching how I decorated this tree, and I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Now I'm gonna go ahead and continue decorating my room using same color scheme. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I will love to answer them for you. On day 3, I shared how I made these DIY flag ornaments. I am Assyrian, so I use the Assyrian flag, but you can use any flag that you want. So here's the Assyrian flag. The golden circle at the center represents the sun. The 4-pointed star surrounding the sun symbolizes the land, and the light blue color symbolizes tranquility. And the wavy stripes extending from the center to the 4 corners of the flag represent the 3 major rivers of the Assyrian homeland: the Tigris, the Euphrates, and the Great Zab. So for the first DIY, I am gonna need some of these coffee sticks that I got from Dollarama. It's a dollar store here in Canada. It comes in a pack of 150 for $1.25. And these wooden rings from Dollarama as well. Some of these Chanel stems, I have blue, red, and white, and some of the acrylic paints. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna take 4 of these coffee sticks and cut about 2 inches from each side like this. So I'm gonna need 8 short sticks to make 4-pointed star. Then I'm gonna add a dab of hot glue on the top of the first stick and glue the second stick on top of it like this. Then I check to see if it's the right size for my ring, and then I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing all 4 and making sure they are all same size. Then I'm gonna place 2 of them facing each other like this, leaving some empty space in between. Then I glue the other 2 on each side, creating 4-pointed star. Lastly, I am gonna glue the wooden ring in the middle like this. And once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and paint the ring with this acrylic yellow paint. And to paint the 4-pointed star in light blue color, which I didn't have any light blue on hand, so I'm just gonna mix a little bit of this turquoise paint, navy blue, and some white paint to create the light blue. Then I go ahead and paint the star. After I finished painting the star, I didn't like the bright yellow on the ring, so I just took some gold paint and paint on top of it like this. Then I allow it to dry. And once that dry, I am gonna need 4 of the blue Chanel stems, 4 red, and 4 white to create these wavy strips that you see on the flag. And what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna glue the white ones in the center of each corner on the back side like this. Then glue the red on one side of the white ones. And lastly, I glue the blue ones on the other side of the white ones. Then I'm gonna hold all 3 stripes and try to wave them like this. These stems are wired and it's very easy to shape them the way you like. And once I do all 4 sides, I cut them to the desired point. And I think it came out so beautiful. I mean, it's not exactly like the original flag, but I love it. Moving to the next DIY is super simple and super fun. I just went ahead and printed these flags on my computer, and I got these wooden ornaments from Dollarama in a pack of 4. So at first I'm gonna cut these flags, and then I'm gonna add a generous amount of Mod Podge on the ornament like this and distribute it evenly. Then I stick the flag on top of it and gently smooth it out. And then I add more Mod Podge on top of the flag and again smooth everything nicely. Then I let it completely dry. And once it's dry, I just take some sanding paper and gently sand the edges. I find this way is better than just cutting the excess. It gives me that finished natural look of the wood. And I absolutely love how beautiful this ornament came out. Last DIY is also simple yet beautiful. Again, I am using some printed flags, these clear ornaments from Dollar Tree, and some Mod Podge. So at first, I'm gonna cut all around the flag like this. Then I'm gonna get my ornament ready here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add some Mod Podge on the back side of the flag and brush it gently. Then I stick it on the ornament like this, making sure to place it on the front of the ornament. And then I add more Mod Podge and smooth everything. Don't worry about the messy look, it's all gonna disappear when the Mod Podge dry out, so make sure you let it dry completely. And here is the finished look. I also went ahead and made small ones as well. I really love how cute they turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching these cute and fun DIY ornaments. Make sure to visit the playlist for some international DIY ornament inspiration. On day 4, I shared how I decorated my twin Christmas trees in my living room. Last year, I purchased these 2 flagged Christmas trees from Walmart, Canada, and we loved how they turned out. I will link that video down in the description box for you in case you want to check it out. I already put one Christmas tree up in our bedroom, and that one is a traditional colors of red, white, and some sparkly silver. Also, that video will be linked down in the description box. So today I am going to show you how to decorate these trees using same steps that I used on the previous one. But these trees color scheme is going to be pink with champagne and some shimmery gold colors. After I put my trees up, I like to lay out all the decorations that I will be using on my trees. Then I divide them into 2 equal groups. So I'm gonna start decorating one tree first, then I'm gonna decorate the other one exactly the same way. So before adding any decorations to the tree, I like to go through and fluff all the branches. And as you can see, I already went through and fluffed them all. The next step would be adding the lights, and these trees are pre-lit, but if yours is not pre-lit, then this is the time to add the lights. Next thing I like to do is adding the ribbons, and these pretty ribbons were from Michael's a few years ago. I got them on clearance after Christmas. In last video, I showed you guys the technique of how I layered 2 ribbons, but today I am gonna use another technique that I really love. It's the tuck and twist method. And for this method, I like to cut my ribbons about 1 yard, and you can still layer your ribbons, but I am gonna work with 1 ribbon. When it comes to decorating a Christmas tree, it's nice to place your decorations either like a diamond shape or like a zigzag. This tree is only 6.5 feet tall, so I'm gonna do mine zigzag. I start placing decorations from the top, moving diagonally all the way down. So first I'm gonna tuck the ribbon in the tree like this, then twist it. Tuck and twist. Then I'm gonna repeat same thing on the other side, again diagonally tuck and twist. Once I'm done with adding the ribbons, I add the florals and the picks. I love these pink poinsettia flowers. They were from Michael's few years ago. I have been using them in my Christmas trees for the last 3 years. Absolutely gorgeous. It's so hard not to include them in my Christmas decor. So I'm just gonna place them on the tree diagonally as well. Florals are great to add to the tree, especially to cover any big gaps between the branches. Also, I love adding picks for different texture, and these were also from Michael's. Next step is adding the ornaments. I will be putting the large size ornaments in first, and I am gonna place them inside the tree like this. And the next ornaments would be the medium size ornaments, and these I am gonna place them a little bit out of the tree. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add the different shape ornaments along with the small ones to create layers and dimension. I love these sparkly wings. They were from Dollar Tree last year. A good friend of mine here on YouTube told me that adding at least 1 bird to the tree gives that person good luck. So I picked up this cute bird and this crystal ornament from HomeSense this year. Also, these gorgeous crystal ornaments were from HomeSense. And these sparkly ones I had for a long time. I'm just gonna add these more to the tip of the branches. Last step is adding the topper, and I'm gonna use these sparkly picks that I already had, and I am just gonna stick them straight on the top of the tree like this to elevate the tree and to add texture. I'm gonna play around with and step down and take a look at it and make sure I like how it looks. And once I was happy with the look, I added this little swan and I thought it looked so cute. Also, don't forget to add to the bottom of the tree. This year I decided to add a skirt, and this one I had from HomeSense. So here's the final look of both Christmas trees all decorated. I absolutely love how pretty they turned out. I hope you guys find these tips helpful, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you think. On day 5, I shared how I made these beautiful glammed Christmas DIY gift boxes using some recycled boxes and some embellishments. So here what I'm gonna need for this DIY, and as you can see I have 3 different boxes of the recycled boxes that I saved. And I picked up this faux fur from Dollarama. It's a dollar store here in Canada for $4, and it's 3 meter by 6.2 centimeter. I actually found another kind from Dollarama as well, but this one was $3 and it's 10 centimeter by 152 centimeter length. And for the embellishment, I had some of these sparkly picks or evergreen that I had left over, and all these were from Dollarama a long time ago. Also, I'm gonna need some ribbon. I already had some leftover ribbon from long time ago. And of course, I will need some hot glue. What I'm gonna do here, guys, it's super easy. I'm just gonna take this faux fur and use some hot glue and start gluing the fur from the bottom like this. then go up around and then secure it to the other side's bottom, then cut the fur. And start doing the same thing again until I cover the top of the box and the two sides. Then I continue gluing on the other two sides, starting from the top like this to the bottom. And if I have any area left uncovered, I go back and cut some thinner lines and glue them in between to cover the whole box except the bottom. Now moving to the medium size box, and I'm gonna use the other fur. This one is wider, and I'm gonna do same steps. And once that's done, I will do the small box same way as well. And here how they look so far. I'm gonna take a toothpick and try to fluff the fur so it will look like one piece. You can definitely do this DIY using blankets. Dollarama has some really cute ones for only $4, and I was gonna do this DIY with blanket, but after I saw these fur ribbon, I thought why not to use them. Next step is adding some ribbon, and I decided to use this burlap with some shimmery gold. I thought it looks so pretty and it goes well with my Christmas decorations. So I'm just gonna glue this down, which I'm gonna try to find where the center point is. Then I'm gonna add some hot glue and glue the ribbon down, and then I'm gonna wrap it around, then cut it. And again add some hot glue on the other side and glue the ribbon down. Once that's done, I do the same thing on the other side. Now that I have the ribbon on, it's time to add some embellishments, and here you can be creative and feel free to add a bow or any picks and evergreen that you might have left over or other embellishments you wish to add. I like mine to look glammed, so I am using these sparkly picks. I'm just gonna play around with until I like how I want them to look. Also, I decided to add some of this craft cord that I really love. It's also from Dollarama. And that's it. This is how it came out. I think it looks so cute. And then I go ahead and continue embellishing the other two boxes. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this fun and cute DIY. I really love how they turned out. On day 6, I shared how I made these cute Christmas trees using some knitting yarn and few more items from Dollar Tree. So here all what I'm gonna need for this project. A white foam board from Dollar Tree, these two kind of pink yarn that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and they are different texture. Two of these wood pieces that I saved from another item from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna attach them together to use them as a base. One of these Dollar Tree floral foam. I am also gonna use one of these giant bamboo skewers that I picked up from Dollar Tree. Also, I'm gonna use some leftover evergreens or wire ties from Dollar Tree to decorate with. Also, I found this pine cone garland from Dollar Tree. And I have some berries that I am gonna use to decorate, or these berry garland from Dollar Tree. So first of all, I draw my triangles on the foam board like you see me doing here, and I will need 3 different size triangles. I will leave all the measurements in the description box below in case you are interested. Next, I'm gonna cut them with this knife, and here how they will look. Next thing, I'm gonna hot glue these 2 pieces together like this, and I'm not gonna worry about the broken pieces because all of that is going to be covered. Then I take this floral foam and I cut it in half. Then I glued it on the top of the spots that I need to cover. Now that the base is done, I need to cut the skewer into 3 different sizes as well. Now I am gonna hot glue each one to the back of each triangle like this, starting with a larger tree. And once I glue all the skewers to all 3 trees, I take the first knitting yarn and I secured it at the back with some hot glue. Then I begin twisting the yarn and wrapping it randomly all around the cone like you see me doing here. I stop every year or so to add a little dab of hot glue to the back of the tree to make sure that the yarn staying in place. And after I cover a good amount of my tree, I cut it, then secure it at the back again. Next thing, I start with the second yarn and I use the same method that I used on the first one. And once I am happy with how I wanted it to look, which I still want the white to show through, but I really love how the 2 texture of yarn gave my tree this look. Now it's time to add some decorations. I will start with some evergreen pieces. then add some berries and pine cones. Also, I add some sparkly leaves and I'm gonna play with it until I like it. Once I finished decorating all three, I decided to add some moss to cover the base. Also, I cut some wire ties and I hot glue them to the bottom. Then I bring my trees, starting with the larger one. I add some hot glue to the bottom of the skewer, then stick it into the floral foam like this. Then I continue gluing the medium one, then the smaller one in the front. I also decided to add some of this faux snow to the base, and I think it added a cute touch. Here's the finished look. I really love how cute they turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching how easy and affordable yet chic these mini Christmas trees came out. And they look perfect with the rest of my Christmas decoration. On day 7, I shared how I decorated my mantel for Christmas. My first tip for how to decorate Christmas mantel is to have a theme or a color scheme, and whatever you decide to do, it always has to match with your Christmas tree theme or with the rest of the room color scheme that you are having. And this year I picked glam champagne with shimmery gold and a touch of pink color scheme. So I'm gonna continue to use same color scheme as my trees. I like to start with clean mantel, and I also like to keep these command hooks here all year long to secure my garlands on through the seasons. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna use these two swags that I already had, and I'm gonna place them on my mantel like this, then attach them together in the middle and secure them to the hooks very well. Since we moved to this house, I love decorating my mantel for every season, and I always love making custom garlands, even though sometimes I would use same items, but every time I try making it look different style and unique. I will link down in the description box how I decorated it for the last 2 Christmas in case you are interested. Next tip is to fluff the garland just like how you fluff the tree. So make sure to pull out every branch and just create that nice look for each tip of each branch. Next thing I like to do is to add in some extra branches or picks for extra texture. I'm gonna be adding in these magnolia stems that I had for a long time. Also, I am adding these flocked picks. Next step, I add the light. I just love adding twinkle lights to my garland at Christmas. It's so magical, and I have these LED lights that were from Costco, and at first I'm just gonna find where the halfway point is. Then I'm gonna add them in the garland starting at the middle point. And once I finish adding the lights in, I hide the battery box right here. Next tip is to add ribbon to the garland, and I'm using same ribbon that I used on my trees to continue creating that glammed look that I am after. And at first I'm just gonna do few loops like you see me doing here. Then I'm gonna tie this floral wire around, and then I attach the bow in the middle right here. Then I'm gonna tuck the ribbon in the garland like this, then twist it. Tuck it in again, then twist it, and so on. Then I do the same thing on the other side. Once I add my ribbon, I love adding these oversized pine cones, and these are pink, so they just match well with the pink that is on my tree. Here I'm just gonna add them on each side of the bow and secure them to the branches very well. I also add these pine cones as well. Next, I am adding these gorgeous magnolia flowers, one on each side. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add in any sparkly picks, ornaments, or berries, and I am just gonna weave them into the garland like this and play around with until I get the look that I love. Lastly, I am adding these clear ornaments, and I'm just gonna hang them here along the bottom of the garland. I finish it off by spraying some of this snow on all the green tips of my garland to give it that flagged look that my flag trees have, and I think it turned out so pretty. Also, I decided to add these clear Christmas trees and clear deers here as well. I really love how everything came out together so beautifully. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and found some of these tips helpful. On day 8, I shared some Christmas Dollar Tree DIYs that came out super cute. So here what I'm gonna need for the first project, and everything came from Dollar Tree. So at first I'm gonna need a base for my centerpiece, so I am using this piece of cardboard. You can definitely use anything, an old sign from Dollar Tree or any piece of wood that is flat. Next I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue some of these bamboo sticks that I had from Dollar Tree since summer. So I'm just gonna lay them flat on the cardboard like this. Next, I'm gonna hot glue my candle holders in place like this. And then I'm gonna cut some of these sticks and continue gluing them randomly in between the candle holders. And once I am happy with how I like them, I cut some of these wired garland ties to small pieces and glue them randomly on top or in between the sticks like you see me doing here. Then I remove some of these berries and parts of the greenery and glue them in between the sticks as well. Also, I added some pine cones and some lights. Lastly, I wanted this centerpiece to have that frosty winter wonderland look, so I sprayed some of this snow on certain areas and I think it looks so beautiful. Next DIY is really simple. I just need one of these fleece scarves from Dollar Tree, 2 of these knitting needles also from Dollar Tree, and I will need 2 of these wood cutout from Dollar Tree as well. They come in a pack of 6 and I am using just the round shaped one, and I will save the rest for another project. So first thing I'm gonna do here is cut the scarf, and I decided to use this one and use the other one for another project. I'm just cutting sections, then cutting these sections into squares, starting with bigger ones, then a bit smaller squares, then smaller and smaller. I will probably cut about 5 to 6 square sizes. You don't really have to be so specific, just cut as many you would think you would need. And once I am done cutting all the squares, I take each one and fold it in half, then fold it again in another half, then cut a tiny piece off the corner just to create a tiny hole to thread the knitting needles through like this. And you can secure that with the add of some hot glue underneath. Then I go ahead and cut a hole in all the squares. And once I have them all ready, I start adding them to the needle one by one, starting with a bigger one at the bottom, then move my way up with smaller ones like you see me doing. I hot glue the bottom of the needle in the middle of this piece of wood, and then I play around with and fluff the layers just like you fluff the tree. And for the topper, I decided to add this snowflake ornament. I just add some hot glue and glue it on the top. Lastly, I add a piece of drape as a tree skirt. And there, I think it looks so cute. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make another one same way. And here is the finished look of my trees. They turned out absolutely beautiful. Last DIY is really simple, guys, and super easy to make. I got these foam wreaths from Dollar Tree and I'm gonna use them to make a snowman. I got this fleece scarf from Dollar Tree as well, and I will need a piece of foam board to make a snowman hat. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna hot glue these wreaths together like this. And I like to tie them together with this chenille stem as well to keep them secure together. Then for the snowman hat, I am just gonna draw it on the foam board. And as you can see, I was using some measurements, but you really don't need to do that. Just draw any hat that you think is suitable for the snowman. And then I cut it with this knife. Then before I glue it on the wreath, I cut a piece of the same scarf and hot glue it around the hat like this. Then to embellish the hat, I decided to add this peg from Dollar Tree as well, but for some reason I thought it was too big, so I went ahead and trimmed it. Then I hot glue it on the side of the hat. And once that was done, I hot glue the hat on the snowman's head. Lastly, I put the scarf around his neck. I think he came out so handsome. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know which one of these 3 projects was your favorite. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and share it. It will help my channel out. So this season, as appreciation for my viewers, I decided to give away a $100 gift card to Amazon, and all you need to do is watch all the videos of 12 Days of Christmas, like them, and comment on all the videos. The winner will be picked and announced on November 30th on my community tab and also on my Instagram stories. Thank you so much for joining me and supporting me and my channel. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment so you will be entered the giveaway. I hope to see you guys on my next one. Until then, be well and have fun. On day 9, I shared how I put together this gorgeous tablescape for Christmas. As many of you know me, I love entertaining. Also, I love setting a beautiful tablescape for different events, and holiday styling is my favorite. And my inspiration came from these deer wall art that I DIY'd a couple months ago. I will link that video down in the description box below in case you want to check it out. So I decided to have that woodland and pinecone Christmas tablescape, even though my theme for this year is glam champagne, gold and pink colors, but for this dining area I thought to keep it super simple. So here is my dining room area. I always like to start with clear table. So to create the centerpiece, I am starting with this runner that I had for a while. Then I am adding this pre-lit garland that was from Home. It's so beautiful and it has some different size pine cones in it. So I'm gonna place it on top of the runner. Then I go ahead and fluff all the branches, making sure to pull out any of the branches that might be stuck together and just create that nice and flat look of the branches. And once I like how it looks, I will only add some of these frosty branches that I had from Michael's long time ago, and I am just gonna weave them into the garland like this. Also, I found these candle holders at the Loblaws. It's a Canadian superstore and they were under $2, and I was so excited to find them, so I went ahead and I picked them all. And now I'm gonna add them in between the garland like you see me doing here. Also, I am adding these candles. They were from Dollar Tree in a pack of 2. And that's it for the centerpiece. I think it looks simple yet so pretty. Now I will finish setting the rest of the table using these placemats that were from Home. And these chargers were from Walmart. These dinner plates were from Dollar Tree last year. And these cute salad plates came from Loblaws as well 2 years ago, and I thought they go perfect with this tablescape theme. Then I go ahead and add the rest of the glassware and flatware. Lastly, I am adding these napkins that I use all the time and these cute napkin rings. Now that the table is all set, I go ahead and decorate this buffet table that I also love to decorate for different seasons. So this year I thought to add a wreath to my mirror, and this wreath was from Home. I am just gonna use a command hook and I will stick it to the mirror, then hang the wreath like this. And I think it looks so cute. Then I bring out these angels that I had for a while, and I love to keep them here, one on each end. This gorgeous Mary and Joseph with baby Jesus, I just picked it up from Home this year and I am gonna keep it here in the middle. I have these wooden trees were from Dollarama, a dollar store here in Canada. I'm gonna put them on each side as well. I'm not sure if I wanna keep them there. Let me know what you guys think. Should I keep them or not? Lastly, I am adding these mercury candle holders that I had for a while. And here is how the buffet table looks for now. I might change few things here, but I am not sure what. You will see that in the home tour video coming on the day 12, so make sure you tune in for that. And that's it for this tablescape and buffet table. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope you found some inspiration here. On day 10, I shared how I put together this beautiful staircase garland. Here is my staircase, and as usual, I only like to decorate this banister here, and every year I like to decorate it a little different. I am using this garland that I got from Michael's end of season sale a couple years ago. Also, I will be using these garland ties from Dollar Tree to secure the garland on the banister. So I'm gonna start from the top, and I will use same bristles that are on the garland and attach them with this garland tie and twist them together, making sure it's secured so it won't fall down. Then I'm gonna loop the garland down like this and attach it to the banister right in the middle point. And again, I attach it with another garland tie and secure it very well. Then I'm gonna do another loop and attach it at the end of my banister and leave this part dripping down. I'm also adding another garland on the other side of my banister. I like to have both sides decorated, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach this garland same way as I did the first one. Then I twist some of the branches together to make it look like one piece. Next step I like to do is fluffing the garland just as I fluff the Christmas tree, making sure to pull out all the branches that might be sticking together to fluff it into a full shape. And once I finish fluffing, I'm gonna add this swag that is already decorated. I am just gonna attach it in between the two pieces that are dripping down, then play around with it, fluff it, and twist some branches to both sides of the garland. Now that the garland is attached to the banister, it's the time to add the lights. I had these LED lights from Costco for a long time ago. I'm just gonna find where the halfway point is, then I will start adding them from the top, moving my way down to both sides. Next thing I am going to be doing is adding the ribbon, and if you want to add ribbons or bows, make sure to use the ones that complement your color scheme. I'm using here same ribbon as the one I used on my trees and my mantel. And at first I'm gonna make couple of bows and attach one on each side of the point right here. Then I'm gonna hang one of these giant pine cones, one on each side as well. Then what I like to do with the rest of my ribbons is that I like to cut them into small pieces like this, about 12 inches long, and just add them to my garland, making sure to add them on both sides. After the ribbons and bows are on the garland, I go ahead and add all my other decorations, starting by adding some larger items, then finish with smaller items, plus some picks and flowers. Lastly, I'm gonna add some picks to the front right here and add this poinsettia flower that I had from Dollar Tree. Then add a couple of these picks as well, one on each side of the flower. Also some ribbons on each side of the flower as well. And that's it, guys. I am gonna step back and see if I have to tweak anything, and then I make sure everything is secured in place. And here is the finished look of my staircase, all decorated for Christmas. I absolutely love how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this step-by-step Christmas garland decorating tips. On day 11, I shared 3 Dollar Tree Christmas DIY home decor that turned out super cute and super affordable. For this project, I'm gonna need a foam board, round tray to trace on the foam board, some adhesive liner, this wooden Let It Snow sign from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna need some Mod Podge and some beads and glitters. So first thing I'm gonna do here is tracing this tray on the foam board. You can also use pizza pan to do that, but the one I use is a bit bigger than the pizza pan. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the circle with this knife. Then I'm gonna cut some of the adhesive liner, just enough to cover the circle. Then I'm gonna peel the back slowly and stick it to the circle. Then use a credit card to smooth out any bubbles while I am peeling the back. Then I turn it over and cut the excess out. And once I have this board ready, I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue this Let It Snow sign on the board like this. Then I'm gonna mix these micro beads and some glitter together. Then I go ahead and apply some Mod Podge on the sign, one section at the time, then add some beads like you see me doing here. And once I cover the whole sign, I take a toothpick and remove any extra beads that are sticking around the letters or fill out any empty spots. I also use a small brush and brush the extra glitters off the sign. I decided to add some of this rope that I already had around the sign to give it that finished look. So I'm just going to use some hot glue and glue it around the sign like this. Lastly, I am going to make a bow. Just any bow would be fine. Then I glue some leftover evergreen pieces underneath the bow. Then to finish it off, I add this pine cone on the top of it. And once that's done, I glue it on the top of the sign. And there, I think it turned out so beautifully. It would be perfect for a gift or for Christmas home decor. Moving to the next DIY, I will need a couple of these giant barbecue skewers from Dollar Tree, some of the smaller ones as well, and some of these toothpicks. Also one of these craft dowel pins from Dollar Tree. And I'm gonna need a tap of any bottle that you might have around or you think your tea candle will fit in it. And you will need a candle or tea light if you prefer. And I will need a black spray paint. So at first, I'm gonna cut the skewers about 3.5 inches long, and I'm gonna need 4 same size to use for the legs. Then I try to smooth the ends with this scrubbing paper. Then I need to cut some of these thinner skewers. I need about 3 inches long for the antlers, and these toothpicks I need to cut about 3 small pieces for each antler. I will also need to cut a piece about 3 inches long for the neck. Now it's time to assemble my deer. I will hot glue every 2 legs together at one end, creating a V shape, and I will do the same thing on the other 2. Then I hot glue every 2 to each side of the tab like you see me doing. Then I hot glue this small dowel to the neck, and that's gonna be the head. Now I will go ahead and glue the antlers together. And after I am done, I glue the antlers to the head like this. Last thing to complete this deer is to cut about 1 inch piece for the tail and hot glue it on the top of the back legs like this. And done. I think he already looks cute, and now I am gonna go ahead and make another one same way. Then I will take them outside and spray paint them with this Rust-Oleum black spray paint. And here is the finished look. I absolutely love how adorable they came out. Next project is really cute and super easy to make. Here's all the items that I might need, and most of them came from Dollar Tree and some are recycled items. So first thing I am gonna do here is take these stocking ornaments outside and spray paint them with this blush pink spray paint. And once they are dry, they will look like this. Then I take the bottom of the chocolate box to use it as a frame for my sign. I will go ahead and tie the strings back to the stockings. And I love the joy word that is on this Christmas card, so I will go ahead and remove the letters. Then I try to see if they will fit on the stockings. I will trim them a bit, then I hot glue them on the stockings. Then I cut some of this leftover faux fur and I hot glue it on the top of each stocking like this. Then I embellish it with some sparkly evergreens and some berries. I also picked this stick from my backyard, just enough to fit inside my frame box. So I will hang my stockings on the stick, then I hot glue the stick inside the box like this. Then I cut some of these garland ties and twist them on the stick. Also, I am adding these tiny pine cones on the top. And that's all for this cute joy sign. I love how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know in the comment which one of these 3 DIYs was your favorite. On day 12 and final, I shared our home all decorated for Christmas. So this season, as appreciation for my viewers, I decided to give away a $100 gift card to Amazon, and all you need to do is watch all the videos of 12 Days of Christmas, like them, and comment on all the videos. The winner will be picked and announced on November 30th on my community tab and also on my Instagram stories. Thank you so much for watching my 12 Days of Christmas series. I hope you guys enjoyed them, and I hope that you found some ideas helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think. I am super thankful you stopped by and watched this video. Until I see you on my next one, please be well and have fun.